Guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is Exercise Examples at Home Gentle Healing Routine. We'll start our practice with hollow arms. This variation is a front to back arm swing. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a whipping force. That way I can get a rush of blood sensation down into my hands. Notice that I'm gently bending the knees as I try to swing my arms down and in back. They'll recoil and go back up. Now I'm going to rotate my torso left to right, and I'm going to keep my arms as loose as I can. My arms, my wrists, my fingers, my shoulders, everything is just dangling, and you can see that I'm just rotating my torso. Left and right, left and right. Again, this is going to promote major blood flow throughout your arms. This is an important factor when trying to recover. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel to learn more ways to incorporate exercise into your everyday life. Now, let's get back to the routine. I'm doing these kind of Jefferson curls, sort of spinal waves. It's a combination type move. I'm coming down and I'm keeping my knees nice and soft, and then I'm rolling my spine back up to a standing position. Exhaling as I come down, inhaling as I stand up. Exhaling as I come down, soften the knees, rolling myself back up to a standing position. Keep on repeating this process. Keep the arms hollowed out and loose the entire time. Now I'm going into a sagittal spinal wave. If you haven't done any spinal waves before, click on the video up above and it will show you how to do the spinal waves. Now I'm doing a frontal plane spinal wave where I'm going side to side. Keep the body nice and loose and keep everything really gentle. Focus on your breathing. Continuing to work on the spine, now we're going to do some head circles in the cervical spine. So this is just the upper part, which is your neck. Let's go in the other direction. I'm going to go nice and slow at this. You really don't want to go fast. You're going to probably hear some popping and cracking. That's totally normal. Now I'm going to allow my thoracic spine and my cervical spine to bend. So everything above the sternum is now going to do that same circular pattern. Now I'm going in the opposite direction. Continue to focus on your breathing, staying nice and calm. If your breathing becomes erratic and sharp and hard, you're probably going too fast. All right, now I'm going to lead my circle with my hips. As my hips come around to the front, my upper body will bend back. As my hips go back, my upper body will lean forward. Round and around we go. Be nice and gentle as you do this motion. Try to keep your entire body as limp as you can. You're trying to promote all kinds of movement throughout the joints, especially throughout each vertebrae. All right, shake it off. Let's go into our next movement, which is going to be a leg swing. Grab onto a wall and begin to swing one leg front to back. This isn't about flexibility. This is primarily about trying to get blood flow to your feet. Continue to swing and focus on inhaling and exhaling. Let's turn around, going to the other side, swinging the opposite leg. Again, you can prop yourself up holding onto a wall, a chair, table, whatever, or you can balance and not hold on to anything. As you can see right here, now I'm going to do a frontal plane swing where I'm sweeping my leg across my body and then out. Focus on your breath and maintaining balance. Of course, with this swing, if you would like to, you can hold on to something if you are not feeling the balance component. That's totally fine. With this, I'm doing about 10 to 12 swings on each side. Nothing too crazy. I really just want to promote recovery. I want to make my body feel good by moving it in a gentle state. Now I'm going to my ankles, and I'm going to do some circles. Going in the other direction. Continue with the circles, trying to get as much range of motion as you can. Let's go to the opposite foot. Also, if you have any questions about online personal training, be sure to check the description down below. Let's continue with the ankle rotations, making nice big circles as much as you can with your feet. Okay, let's make our way to the ground, and now we're going to do some hip cars. So basically doing some circles with the hips. We're going to start by bringing our foot, bottom of the foot up to the ceiling, and then bringing the knee around to the elbow and back down. Bottom of the foot up, bringing the knee around and back down. Bottom of the foot up, bringing the knee around and back down. I'm not doing it perfect, but try to keep your lower spine as neutral as possible. Let's go in the other direction, as you can see here. Focus on your breathing, staying nice and calm and relaxed. Again, this is about moving gently and promoting blood flow to all of these areas. Okay, let's go to the other leg, starting with the version where we bring the foot up, then bringing the knee around. Try to go nice and slow and try to get the biggest range of motion possible. So every day it's going to be different, so do what feels comfortable for you. Don't force it, but make sure that you are trying to articulate as much as you can. Now we're going in the opposite direction. Round and around we go with these hip cars or hip circles. We don't have to get too fancy with the terms here. Again, we're just moving around in our homes. That's what it's all about. All right, and now we're going to do some internal and external rotation of the arms. We're focused on breathing, staying nice and calm, and keeping our elbows straight. And now we're going into the palm peels. Again, I'm trying to keep my shoulders protracted and depressed, so my neck is nice and long, and I'm just lifting the heel of my hand up to my first knuckle, coming down nice and slow in a controlled fashion. Do somewhere about 10 to 12 repetitions of those. Okay, now let's work on a little more flexion and extension of the spine. So I'm going to start in child's pose, opening up the shoulders slightly, and I'm going to rock my torso from left to right. I'm going to exhale out, staying low, coming forward, and going up into my back extension or my upward dog position. You can see how I'm rocking side to side once I get into each position. I really like to keep my stretches dynamic unless I'm intentionally trying to really get in a good stretch at the end of the evening, and then I'll do my static stretches. One more time, down into child's pose, keeping it nice and flow-based, getting lots of mobilizing into these movements. Coming into our upward dog, feeling nice and gentle and relaxed. Again, if your breathing becomes hard and rigid, you're probably bending too much, going too fast. So really just slow everything down. If you want to recover and you want to heal, you need to take the time and you need to do it in a gentle, relaxed fashion. These are our 90-90 hip transitions. One leg is externally rotated while the other is internally rotated, the hips that is. You can see how I'm slowly going down on one side, then slowly going to the other side. I'm using my hands because on this night in particular, I really wasn't feeling it, and I just wanted to put my hands in back of me to make it easier. Again, it's about doing what is good for you at the current moment. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.